The biggest award possible in music is being given out next week. I've predicted who will win the Album of the Year at the Grammys correct 3 years in a row. So here's who I think will be holding that award in 1 week's time.
This is the story we're gonna be telling over and over again. In 2010, how we got to win Album of the Year at the Grammys. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
There are 10 nominees. Let's whittle it down to 1. I think Donda had a great chance to win, and Kanye was actually very confident it would be his first Album of the Year win. But now that he's banned from the Grammys because of his inappropriate online behavior and the time that he peed on his Grammy, Kanye West is out. I'm also eliminating Evermore from the race. I know it's shocking because Evermore is Folklore's sister album and Folklore won Album of the Year last year, but it had less sales, less impact, and they won't let Taylor Swift win for a record 4th time 2 years in a row. The Grammys are also notorious for going with mainstream albums. So I'm going to eliminate Jon Batiste, Her, and Lady Gaga and Tony Bennett. Her is always nominated but never wins. I think it's safe to say those 3 are all out. Justice was a relative commercial success, but not compared to past albums, and it had a lackluster rollout and impact. I think it is the weakest nomination in this category. For that reason, Justin is out. Billie. While I think it's risky to count Billie Eilish out, I'm gonna say that Happier Than Ever won't win because of its controversial and messy rollout and its lackluster singles, still a commercial and critically acclaimed success. And the Grammys love Billie Eilish even more than they hate The Weeknd. Billie is out. Now you guys, when I tell you, choosing between these 3 albums was the hardest thing. I think they all have what it takes to win and could have won in separate years if they weren't up against each other. They all had the streams, the longevity, the impact on culture. And I know this sucks, but I'm gonna eliminate Planet Her. Doja, I know you're in a bad mood right now and I'm really pushing it, but please don't quit music. Let me explain myself, feisty Doja Cat fandom. Even though hers was rated higher than the other 2 and had 4 billion streams, it had no #1 single. And even though it had plenty of successful singles, I don't think those singles broke into the mainstream as much as the full album did. The Grammys have never been very kind to female rappers, and I think they're gonna make Doja Cat prove herself with another blockbuster album before they let her win such a big award. We're now down to 2. I've looked at the numbers, I've looked at everything, and while this feels so wrong to do, and I hope they can find it in their heart to forgive me, Sour by Olivia Rodrigo will win. Gay Agenda, I am so sorry. Plot twist, let me be clear, I think this should win. Actually shifted culture with his storytelling that has never been told in the mainstream this much. There's heart and soul in this self-titled body of work that somehow hit the mainstream. It's a masterpiece. But you have to give it up for Olivia. It broke into the mainstream more than any other album. The sales and the streams are better than everyone else. And while the subject matter isn't world-changing, she's smart and she added a few songs in there like the big closing track, like Billie Eilish did and Casey Musgraves did, that aren't about relationships, but are more about worldly societal issues. And in 1 week, Olivia will have the trophy in her hand. I'm gonna go live with my reaction when it airs so we can find out who wins together.